All right, people, I was feeling generous again this weekend and I decided to share some chicken with everybody on YouTube. So, if you people want to know my opinion on this new Viz Media one-shot program. And so I'm going to share it here. And there will be an in-depth discussion on Patreon with Real Chicken and Caffeine is at for a later part of this video. So Viz Media had a big announcement yesterday. Today, Viz Media, Viz Manga is launching our new Viz Originals one-shot program for aspiring mangaka, run by former Weekly Shonen Jump editor-in-chief Hisashi Sasaki. So right off the bat, I think this is not going to make much of a difference because Viz made this announcement 2 years ago, basically. This is nothing new. Viz Originals, the Viz one-shot program, we spoke about this a year ago, right? And how there was no traffic, there were no reports, there was nobody knew anything, right? Nobody knew anything until I spoke to a dude who works in Viz and he told me what's up and he just said no one was good enough. Yet, if we go to Viz Originals, all the Viz Originals stuff, there's definitely nothing good enough there at all. Where is it? Over here. It's not here. Well, I'm sure you guys have seen Viz Originals. It's terrible. It looks like some classic woke garbage. But anyway, this is nothing new. And I cannot be excited for this, not because I'm not interested at all, but because of what we already know. How can anyone be excited for this when we know that these companies are pretty much just idea farming, that they are on life support, right? And that they most likely believe that in the manga and anime space, many people will not pay to consume AI content. They will not pay for it. They will not pay to buy a manga that was generated by AI. They won't do it. They won't pay to subscribe to Crunchyroll to watch AI anime. There's no point anymore, because that means I might as well subscribe to an AI studio or whatever and generate my own stuff. So this is to keep people engaged, right? It's to keep people, well, looking forward to something. And that's nice and all, but unfortunately, it's time to admit, dear Shueisha, all you corporate companies, that you have become creatively bankrupt. And it's not just the people at the top who are creatively bankrupt, they just want money. It's the people trying to get in. And they're creatively bankrupt because they don't live in reality. They cannot extrapolate from reality. Everybody's just copying another popular series. You see, everyone is just copying each other. No one can actually borrow any life experience from their own life and creatively put it in a different scenario. I had one retard say, Coffee's never seen a vampire, so is he saying that he extrapolated that experience from his own life? Like, how retarded can you be? You see, this is what we're dealing with. A lot of monkey brain flipping hunchbacks out here who only know how to be fishwives and morons, right? They cannot extrapolate from anything in reality because they live in a bubble. So let's hear what Hisashi has to say over here, and then we'll look at the comments, and then we'll be looking at some other things.
Hello manga fans, I am Hisashi Sasaki, and I was editor-in-chief of Weekly Shonen Jump.
Now, first off, for me, right, you might say I'm going too far, but I don't know, man. Someone reading a script, because he's clearly reading a script. I mean, look carefully. It's like, well, Hisashi, did they write this for you? Did they tell you what to do? Do you have full control over this program, Hisashi? Now, according to the dude I spoke to from Viz, he said he did or does, well, he did at the time have full control over the program. Does he still have full control over the program right now? I don't know. because clearly him having full control over the program, well, he didn't want to, we didn't get any news or advertisement that, hey, these are the new one-shot dudes, they submitted their stuff, yada, yada, yada. That didn't happen, right? So all of a sudden now it's happening. Yeah, I call this very fishy because it's clear as day that, yeah, y'all are just trying to get more people to plug in because a lot of folks are just fed up. A lot of folks are just consuming on old classic IPs that are still alive, like Boruto. And you can't, that's not sustainable. You can't have your company only be selling a few products. You know, it's not sustainable because once that product gets floppy or lame or boring, then you're out of business.
In Japan, I love manga, and it has shaped my life in incredible ways. It is a uniquely heartfelt art form that continues to touch the lives of countless people around the globe.
You see, I agree, Hisashi. You know, after all, it touched my life and a lot of lives of those who are watching this video. But unfortunately, man, most people today who are producing it, even the Japanese, are just doing isekai garbage. Isekai, or just creating dopamine shots that only is fixated in exciting the three primal instincts: fear, violence, and lust, and that's it. You got no story. You have nothing inspirational. It's just, oh, let me mimic something I saw that was once cool. You say this, and then there's a bunch of people who call you hateful, yada, yada, yada. But those exact same people have not drawn a damn thing in their lives. Oh, wow.
Many of manga's greatest hits began in Weekly Shonen Jump. From my experience, I know how important it is to provide support to manga creators.
You see, the fact that he's holding that piece of garbage, world peace, I don't know how the heck he let that get through, but we kind of know. Nepotism. See, as I've said before, y'all, you don't really earn your way in anymore. It's very hard to earn your way in. If you did earn your way in, there was some fishiness going on, right? What is an example? Well, an example is Didi Mark. You can say, bro, stop hating on. I'm not hating. He's just the best example. The dude got booked by Dark Horse, and on the adverts that he's being booked by Dark Horse says Didi Mark has a manga that had 12 million views on Manga Plus Creators. That's not true. That's fishy. We know it's not true. So it's like, wait a minute. So it's not about the quality of the story. It's about how much attention the story can get. And so you're using Didi Mark's 12 million quote unquote followers to bring them to Dark Horse so they can buy and make the company more money. Not Didi Mark, the company more money. You see, the days of being a little kid and being a wishful thinker, that need to have stopped. This is 2024. If you're still drinking mama's milk, well, too bad for you. You already got left behind. Now you probably are crying right now, foaming. What is this dude talking about? Mommy, this damn Negro is saying a bunch of things. Oh, poor baby. Here's your milk. Here we go. Thanks, mommy. That's you. That's you, hunchback, right? Because you don't want to live in reality. So clearly, this video, yeah, they had to market a few things like world peace, but I think it got canceled last I checked. I'm not sure, but it's terrible manga.
So I'm excited about this new program that will help aspiring mangaka develop their passion and produce meaningful works.
Oh, you see, Hisashi, I don't know if this is coming from the heart, bro. You're reading a script telling us about it's going to develop people's passion so they can create meaningful works. Do you even know what is meaningful in this day and age, Hisashi? Have you written Is there a document about the ingredients of proper storytelling? Oh, probably not, but there is here, right? We know the MANAA ingredients. Those are universal ingredients for good storytelling, right? But in this one-shot program, yeah, I don't know if those ingredients are there. At the end of the day, a lot of people are not doing this out of passion at all. They just want popularity. They don't so much care about the cash and financial freedom. Not that you need a yacht, but you do need, as a flipping adult, independence and financial freedom. If you're not gonna get that, but you're published, what the heck's the point? What's the point? You have better chances doing things yourself. So cutting out the middleman, right? And we're gonna show you the middleman and what happens if you have a middleman.
We all will learn. This program is called Viz Originals One-Shots. Viz Originals One-Shots will showcase the works of aspiring mangaka, serving you authentic, fresh manga.
How dare you use that word authentic? Ain't no authentic people left up in here. Whoever's authentic, they sipping this caffeine up in here. Here, this place, right? The coffee tribe, this is where authenticity thrives. We speak our mind, we analyze everything, we look at reality, we don't lie, we don't cheat, we don't steal, we don't wave flags, we tell the truth. And we use proper ingredients for storytelling, one being extrapolation from reality, so that it can be relatable. But what is really relatable now? Oh, I see a flag in your bio. You and I must be brothers. And then when the lights are off, you want to kill each other because who cares about that flag really? You find out that you don't really have anything in common. You're just waving the same flag, right? What else is bringing you two together? What else can you talk about? Oh, you're talking about all the other people you want to get rid of. Okay, what happens when they've been gotten rid of? What are you going to talk about? What are you going to bond over, Mr. Rainbow Flag Waver? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right? So, yeah, I can't trust that these are Hisashi's words, and you can say, bro, come on, he's reading the script because he wanted to remember everything. Give me a break. Please, just stop it. Stop coping. Okay, you don't need no script if you're passionate and you know what you're talking about. I don't write no script up in here. So, well, he's Japanese, you know. They very chill people. They ain't huffing and puffing like you. Shut the hell up. You don't have to huff and puff to be a passionate person. You can just speak from the heart. There ain't no script needed. So, I cannot take this seriously that it is his genuine words and that he has full control over this program. I doubt it. The West is a flippin' hellhole of woke ideas and gatekeepers. So absolutely impossible. I do not see it happening because they don't care about quality. We know they don't care about quality because they published World Peace. We know they don't care about quality because at the end of the day, Ruthless Render is just a dopamine hit. That's it. That ain't quality. That's zombie food. So, absolutely not.
From Viz, a trusted source that has released some of the biggest manga hits in English. These one-shots will be available to read exclusively on Viz Manga.
Now, when will they be available though? So far, they are not available.
Some of the all-time great manga series started as one-shots, and you will get to witness this journey from the very beginning. And I am very excited to say this program will be a testing ground and will provide an opportunity for select one-shots to be turned in.
I am so sick of this. You will have an opportunity, yada yada yada. This sounds like the Saturday AM Summer Awards, right? Don't they have something Saturday AM about it's the summer manga, whatever, and everybody submits their one shot, and let's say 50 people submit it. Those 50 people have their own following, and then they bring their following to Saturday M's website for traffic. It's no different to what Viz Media is doing. And you can say, bro, it's Viz Media. They don't need extra money. Really? You sure they don't need extra money? We know these big corporations are all about the greed. And guess what? Everybody kind of going broke right now. And BlackRock is pretty much carrying more than half of the entertainment industry. So you can't tell me that they don't need any more money. Of course they do. Of course they do. I mean, think about it. With the inflation, don't you think their offices need to pay the electrical bill? It went up, right? They have to pay extra for it. They gotta pay the staff, they gotta pay the janitor, yada yada yada. Give me a break. The more people submit to this one-shot program, those people are going to tell their followers to go check out their one-shot exclusively on Viz, thus generating more traffic, thus making more money for them on ads, through ads. And you can say, well, that's business 101. Yeah, sure, but you can't ignore it. You can't treat it as if that's not what they're trying to do. You can say, nah, bro, you're going too deep into it. No, I'm not. I'm being realistic about it. You see, only a desperate person, right, who's living in a bubble, who's still sucking on mama's milk, that's you. You're going to be gullible enough to just say, hooray, when in the beginning, this is nothing new. We know it's nothing new. We spoke about it months and months ago, right? We know this program was launched 2 years ago. Nothing happened. Nothing came of it. So what exactly will make something come of it now? When the 4 Viz Original mangas that are already there, they are not good quality, except for one. But artistically, and the concept is pretty cool, but it's not my cup of tea. But ultimately, the rest suck. So,
into full series. You can personally be a part of this exciting project by reading and supporting your favorite new one-shots on the Viz Manga app.
You know, see what I'm saying? By reading and supporting the new one, that's exactly what I just said. My fans, if I were to post on their one-shot program, all my fans, all your fans are gonna go there, you know? Isn't this pretty much the same as what we spoke about yesterday or the other day about Manga Plus creators saying, watch an ad to support the creators? Which creators? The Manga Plus creators or the manga Japanese creators? I'm pretty sure they were talking about the Japanese one, because that ad was not in the Manga Plus creators page. So they're talking about watch an ad for a minute so you can give Ichiro Oda more money. Nigga, please. You have to think we got banana for brains to believe that. Well, a lot of people do, but not me, right? Not the coffee squad.
Total risk will be a factor in the editorial team's decision-making process. The first of many upcoming one-shots are available on the Viz Manga app, so make sure to read them now. Please join us for this voyage into a bright future where you can be the first to read tomorrow's hits today. As pioneers of the medium, we look forward to bringing you powerful new manga. Thank you very much.
So they are available on the app only. Okay, I had not checked it out on the app. But if we click on the link given here, learn more here, we come to this page and we click that, and then we'll come down here to see what series are available so far. Now, all these look cool and great artistically and so on. This one looking the most interesting. Definitely. I'm curious. I'm interested, in checking it out. However, one needs to remember the intention of posting here as to what are you trying to achieve? And be honest with yourself, because it's clear as day, a lot of people just ain't honest about anything, let alone themselves, right? Do you want financial freedom, man? Do you? Do you think you're gonna get it right here? Do you think they won't alter your message at all here? Do you really? Are you sure about that? You do realize Viz also publishes Disney manga, right? Oh yeah, it is Disney manga now. Let's see if it might see it here. Where are you, Disney manga? Let's see. Okay, it's definitely not here, but trust me, they got Disney manga. So ultimately, good luck to you guys. I do not trust this program whatsoever. I doubt there will be creative freedom, and I sincerely doubt there will be financial freedom. And for those who say, well, bro, I don't care. I don't mind, living at home forever and growing a beard. And as long as I get to draw, it's the new world we live in. Okay. If that's you, that's fine, man. I just don't want people to lie about it, I don't want you to pretend like you made it. This is the American dream. The American dream as we once knew it, right? Financial freedom, creative freedom, freedom of movement. That's dead now. This is the new world. You'll own nothing and be happy. So if you want to thrive under this new world, just know that you will be restricted then. And I wouldn't brag about being able to, I'm in this popular company, but I don't really have freedom of movement, no real freedom of expression. Yeah, that's not freedom at all. At all. So let's quickly go to this part here. I typed in the Dragon Ball net worth, right? So Dragon Ball, as I've said before, I'm just pulling it up for you now, is worth $24 billion. And Akira Toriyama's net worth is worth 50 million. Now guys, this dude published Dragon Ball in the late 80s. And it sold like crazy. Over 100 million copies. And you mean to tell me that this dude, upon his death, was worth $50 million, but his creation is worth 24 billion? It makes no sense. Toriyama should have been at least worth 500 million, bare minimum. You can cope as much as you want and say he didn't need it, he was humble, he was just an artist and whatnot. Shut the hell up. Stop coping. Is $50 million enough for, let's say you're 21 years old right now, and they just gave you an advance. In fact, they gave you all the money they think you ever going to generate. They give you the 50 million. Is $50 million enough for you to live until your old age? Not really. Now, it depends where you live. If you buy your own house, it depends where, and depends how much it's going to cost you with property tax. But since everything going up, the light bill going up, the water bill going up, the food going up, transport going up, I don't think this is going to last you a lifetime, especially if you're going to want to move in with Sally. We know Sally going to say, let's get them kids. And you won't be like, that's a bad idea. And if you say, oh, why not? Then the school fees are going to kill you. And if she say, oh, we don't need them kids, we just need 3 cats. Oh, yeah. You got to pay for all the vet bills and the doctor bills. You got to pay for Sally's bills also, right? Sally going to tell you, we need to go on vacation. She gonna tell you, I gotta do my hair. She gonna tell you that grandma died, so we need a new casket. Bruh, 50 million is appalling. There is absolutely no way would I ever create something so that the company may benefit more than me. That's not fair, but that is your own choice. That is your own choice to do. You see, some who take my words as me being mean and rude and awful and whatnot, you want to know why? It's because you're a prisoner. You're a prisoner and you don't even know it. You just hate somebody who's free as me. You hate the fact that I can say what I say unapologetically and mean it. This is what free people do. I'm not afraid of my so-called fans. I'm not afraid, right? As other people are afraid. White manga ain't gonna tell nobody that he's working a full-time job. He ain't, because he wants the psyop to keep going. He knows that people are gonna turn against him, and the little people that actually buying his book are gonna be like, White, you lied to me for 14 years. How could you? He's a liar and a cheater, right? D.D. Mark, same thing. He's afraid of his own fans. That's why he even said he don't like talking to them. Those are not free people. They're not. They're afraid of you hunchbacks who always want to keep them in line, to make them your mascots, to make them the sort of idols you desire so that you can live vicariously through them. Well, sorry, here we don't do that. I don't want to be your idol. You're always going to have something to disagree with me with, whatever. But people really got to stop pursuing a hive-minded way of thinking. You know, let's all jump into this echo chamber and whatnot. You can say, well, you have your own little cult and echo chamber yourself. No, I don't. Have you been to my Patreon? Just because we all eating some good chicken over there, don't mean some of the people consider some of that meat bones. It's like, man, I see this drumstick, bro, but this one's really bony, you know? It doesn't have much meat for me. So, yeah. And then you got Charles on the other side saying, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about, Derek. There's got plenty of meat for me. So, oh, yeah? All right, well, I'm gonna spit out this bone, man. Maybe I got a bad piece of chicken. See what I'm saying? Ultimately, they're eating chicken. Ultimately, everybody's satisfied. Right? They know what to spit out because they can think for themselves. But those who are so rabid and so lost and contained and confined in the dungeon of their own silly woke making, right? They don't want us to be free and speak our minds. Let's quickly look at the comments over here. So we have one dude who's got a seemingly cool looking manga over here, Reda Ka, saying we will be there. Well, Mr. Reda Ka, we are looking forward to seeing how's it going to work. But let's quickly look at the engagement. The engagement of this is 500,000 views, 1,000 likes, and 35 comments. So all in all, the engagement is 1,000 people. Yet when this program launched 2 years ago, the engagement was huge also. But nothing came of it. Right? Nothing came of it. This guy says, this is so cool. Hope these artists are able to find success through this program. Well, what does success look like now, bro? Does it mean buying your own house? Does it? Or is it the new success, which is I'm not gonna blow my brains out? That can be considered success too. You went another day without blowing your brains out, right? I'm sorry, man, but real success is financial freedom and creative freedom, right? I don't have financial freedom like that, but I do have creative freedom. Okay, under the circumstance that I'm in, right, I would consider this the best I can do so far. And that's how I've always told people that success is within your circumstance. It ain't no longer that Hollywood type of success. Would love to see a one-shot anthology get printed from this, blah, blah, blah. I'll check them out, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Well, I'll check this out for sure. This video cut to a volume of Inuyasha, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So not much meat in any of this, just hype comments. And this is the problem that's plaguing a lot of indie creators, is that whenever you post your manga anywhere, all you receive are bot comments like this, hype comments. That was awesome, bro. He didn't even read it. Oh, this looks so cool, bro. I'm gonna check it out. He didn't check it out. Oh, bro, you're the one. He doesn't even really know you. Oh, bro, you're so cool. He doesn't even follow you. Oh, bro. But then it's like, why are they following? Because you are offering a moment to them to live vicariously through you. They're not genuine, right? Unfortunately, So looking at Redaka here, let's see what he got. Oh no, this is not his. I don't know who the heck this is, but he looking real proper. Oh, he's French. Well, you know them French dudes, they don't play around with manga. Yeah, see now this looking real nice. Looks cool, you know. Looks real cool. Am I gonna read it? Well, I don't even have the app, the Viz app, so I don't feel like downloading it, and that's the problem. That's the problem, you see, is that there are people who don't care about this, and they just want to read the Japanese ones. And if you're telling us that this is only available on the Shonen Jump Viz app, not the Manga Plus app, well, who's really going to read it? You see, because the people who read One Piece, it's the same thing I've said about Manga Plus in itself. The same people who read One Piece, Boruto, Jujutsu Kaisen, they are not reading anything on Manga Plus creators. It's not possible Diddy Mark got 12 million views when One Piece got 2 million. It doesn't make any sense. Let's quickly look at the Frenchman. Let's see what French fries he's got here. Sucre bleu. This is it looks cool, but I have no idea what's going on, though it does look cool. Let's quickly jump to the last part here. This video, I will speak in further depth about it on Patreon. So if y'all want that good chicken bag, you gonna find it on Patreon. So Anime in Crisis. Now on Patreon, I had released a video based on an article that spoke about how indeed anime is in trouble, and how an executive from Disney Japan has decided that it's best that we create anime for a global audience. That we know what that means. We know what that means. And so one of the key problems also was that there's a lot of incompetence taking place in Japanese studios right now. Can you believe it? Incompetence. And so you have a lot of studios outsourcing, hiring freelancers, right? Hiring freelancers. And these freelancers are not actually trained under the same system how the Japanese actually produce things in the company. So it's not creating a stable working condition, and the product has to be fixed and redesigned, or you name it, by the directors, which takes more time and so more money. Then production is pushed backwards, and well, there's a delay. There's a serious delay, and they have advocated for AI to help them out. We all know what that could mean, right? So let's listen to this very last part here.
And the reality of this industry have to change.
Given that the industry itself is doing very well, where is the money going?
Well, it goes to the groups investing in the anime. I spoke with Yasui Yosuke with the Japan Research Institute. He said it's because there's a huge power imbalance between the animation studios that make the animation and the groups that fund them.
And there you have it, guys. You see, who's funding Viz Media, man? Who's funding Disney? Oh yeah, BlackRock. These companies can't make a real profit like that if they have to pay you, the artist. This is not 1991 anymore. It's not. I've said this before. There's too many people, right? There's too many people, or I should say, it's saturated. The market is too saturated. There's too many people coming in, and the pie isn't big enough. Like, the investors have always been the people who've been eating 80% of the pie because they put the most money into it, right? And so when there's a return of their investment, it's not even that big anymore. And of course, they got to eat first, and then they have to pay the directors from the studio, which they get. If the investors get 80%, the directors get, let's say 15%. And then the workforce gets the 5%. And we know how dismal their conditions are, right? And you can say, well, this is just anime. You're talking about anime, not manga. It's the same thing. There's too many people coming in. The pie ain't big enough. Not enough shelves to stock up all them books going up every month. Hello? I mean, there is a fatigue taking place, a silent one, a silent fatigue, entertainment fatigue, right? Happening throughout the world, but you can't really notice it because you're too busy guzzling. You're too busy smoking something, right? Pay attention. There's a silent fatigue. You can say, no, we have a fatigue of BS, a fatigue of garbage. Of course, that is a very loud one. That is very evident. That is very loud. That is very obvious. People are fatigued of trash. But in general, people are fatigued of consuming entertainment in order to distract themselves from the reality that they aren't going anywhere. That they stuck in that room and they got no friends, they got nothing to look forward to really. They tired, but they don't have a choice. They have to keep consuming. So now it's like, man, I've been chewing the same type of food for so long. I don't want to chew anymore, but if I don't chew, I'm gonna die. So now if I'm gonna chew something, it has to have that real hot sauce. I don't want no artificial roach-infested vegan burger, piece of trash, monkey meat, Sasquatch beef trash. You know? They want the real stuff. And it is only us, thus far, at Unsurugo. We're cooking that real stuff. I'm cooking that real stuff. It just takes time to cook real food. But a lot of people just don't have the patience anymore. They prefer that microwave food. So to get the full lowdown on this video, subscribe on Patreon. $3 a month. And there you'll have access to the exclusive videos, all the interviews, and the MANAA itself, the latest chapters of the MANAA of Bloody Hell. So yeah, stay tuned because more will come on Patreon. And here, well, I think you're gonna have to wait a little bit because we're still, fixing a few things in preparation to show you guys what the magazine's gonna look like during Surugo magazine. So yeah, people, I hope you're cooking. I hope you're working. I hope you're not just sitting there living vicariously through your idols, because that ain't gonna get you anywhere. But if you're comfortable living like that, okay, just don't pretend that you're not living like that. Capiche? Just don't pretend. And to all them suckers who still want to hate, say, oh, you mean, you're this, bro. Grow the hell up, man. Stop sucking mama's milk, bro. What you gonna do when mama bites the dust? What you gonna do? Mama gonna bite it. Yes, she is. Right? Time to grow up. Until next time.